We back like a juggernaut, bitch. This is the New Fighting Order podcast show coming with segment 2. Those of you who want to check out how we were ripping on Nintendo, check out the first segment. I'm going to actually start putting links so that all the videos are conjoining with each other. So, moving on into this topic, we already did the interviews or the introductions on the first one. So, check that out to get a complete experience. But, moving on, I wanted to talk about corporate restructuring within the gaming industry. Now, as you know, while I was away, a lot of things were changing, especially like with the DRM on the Xbox One. Now, the Xbox One, I think, is that system that really cost people their jobs. And what I mean by this is, you had Adam Orth, and what I forget the retard who
damn Matric.
Okay, Mr. Danny Boy. He's not with Microsoft, but apparently, he just left. That's the second guy over the Xbox One that's no longer with the company for making stupid comments like, if you want an offline system, get an Xbox 360, excuse me. So, he's gone. Adam Orth is gone. You know what I mean? You know who I think is next? Larry Herb, Major Nelson. He'll be next because Demizzle and I probably have a difference on opinion on the interview with Angry Joe and Major Nelson. Now, I think on the flip side, initially, Larry Herb, it was his job to back up the policies that Microsoft were trying to institute, which everybody knows who's been following the gaming industry, that really ruffled our feathers, you know? And this man was backing it. I mean, he was like a lemming. If you don't lead them off the cliff, they're gonna freaking go off. That's Major Nelson, Larry Herb. You know what I mean? This is the future. You know, this is how games are gonna be. Blah 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 blah. Embrace the future. And Angry Joe was getting bullied by the guys who were off camera. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't know. But it's almost as if Major Nelson was trying to get out legitimate points. And Major Nelson kept over-talking him. But then in return, Angry Joe was trying to over-talk Major Nelson. It was just a nasty cycle. But the reason I bring this up, you also have Christian Svenson, who's now gone from Capcom. And I want to throw confetti up in the air and freaking, sing hallelujah. Because now the dummies who are making stupid decisions are now being purged from these companies. You know what I mean? It's almost turning into like the NFL. If something happens with the team, who are we gonna blame? The coach, right? Or whoever is in charge, or the general manager, and whatnot. But I brought this topic up just to get you guys' general feelings on what's happening with certain people within the companies paying the price, you know? So I'm going to give Demizzle the floor first, and then we'll work our way around. But Dave, what are your thoughts on these people now losing their positions over dumb shit? I believe Svenson and the whole Capcom corporate restructuring, and which is the second restructuring that Capcom has gone through, for those of you who don't know. But, I mean, people are paying the price, and I'm very happy for this. Unfortunately, people are losing their jobs, but hey, if you're not doing the job right, you gotta go. But Demizzle, what are your thoughts on what has been transpiring for the last several weeks?
Well, I'm going to start with Dan Matric, formerly of Microsoft, now with Zynga, which makes the Facebook games and stuff like that. I'm glad that he's gone because from day one with the Xbox One, he allowed other people to dictate the message and dictate the narrative, and they were playing catch up. And it was like, and he's also the main person involved with the development of the console, and the DRM was totally on him. And there's a way to do DRM on a console and have it work for gamers as well as the publishers. And the way he did it was so publisher friendly but it turned off almost a lot of gamers. I said on a previous podcast, there's a reason why console gamers are console gamers, and there's a reason why PC gamers are PC gamers. I'm not going to get into that now, but if you want to listen to it, go back to, I think, 2 podcasts ago and you can hear that. But as I was saying, I'm glad Dan Matric is gone. They tried to act like he stepped away on his own, but everybody knows that they told him to hit the bricks, and he was hired by he got hired by another struggling company, which is Zuniga, because even though they make games like Cityville and Farmville and like, they're struggling real bad, and I don't see what he can do for them as a company head, as a CEO of the company, other than bring them down further.
Farmville 2.0, now with guns.
Yo, killer crops, man, killer crops. That's all I can say.
Right, killer crops.
Yo, they gonna have GMOs in Farmville too, homie, with grenades. Yo, but getting back to more corporate restructuring going on in Capcom, I think that's a long time coming, because I don't think they've been heading in the right direction. Like, for every one good step they take forward, they've taken 3 backwards, and I've been wondering what's going on. So I think they need to get some new blood up in there, get a new direction.
The situation
With the reveal at E3 with Dead Rising 3 and all their games coming for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, I think they're starting to head in the right direction. But I want to see what their plan is long term, because, as I said, for every one step they've made forward, they take 3 back. So hopefully with this corporate restructuring, they can continue to move forward without moving back.
Okay, and that was meant for Capcom. Okay, you're correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure so that, we got some audience members that, what are you talking about? We were going to make things extra clear for you guys, especially some of you hecklers. So if there's something that I think that just needs to be clarified, I'll just jump in there and okay, we're referring to Capcom with the restructuring. Now, Demizo, before I give Shin Takuma some time, do you remember the first corporate restructuring that they did? When I think it was after Lost Planet, the same Clover Studios within Capcom, like they disbanded them and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. That led to the current direction that they are going in right now, that they're doing another corporate restructuring from. So
maybe they should go back to how things were before these boo-boo the fools got in there and started fucking up everything, But all right, Shin Takuma, what are your thoughts with what's going on with key people in positions now getting the boot?
Capcom and corporate restructuring? No. Someone got fired because they effed up. They said something, or they did something, or they had some ideas out there saying, no, thank you very much. Here's your last check. See you later. That's not corporate restructuring. Someone got fired. Listen, Capcom make games now that are hit or miss. They do. They know they're milking the Street Fighter series as long as they can, but the other games, they're hitting and they're missing. They need to pretty much scrap whatever they got and redo it over. That's restructuring from the ground level up. I understand the whole restructuring thing from the top down, but no,
audio issues.
We can't hear you, Takuma.
Take the mic out of your mouth.
Hold on.
We didn't hear. I wanted to add. Yeah, we can hear you. I wanted to add something to that, Shin Takuma. They can start over, or why don't they bring back some franchises that people have been asking for, like Power Stone, Onimusha, other games from their past that they just ignored. Mega Man, hello.
What happened to Onimusha? Onimusha was a good series.
Yeah, and then they just because
it was like, okay, samurai, feudal Japan. You had swords, you had fighting demons. You had and toward the end, you had like a good sword. That was a good game. And then when they made part 2, they had more characters. Then they took that. I'm not sure they did a 3 or not. I kind of missed it because I was away.
Yeah.
Then they had like some matchup fighting series. I hate that. Don't build a first game that was good and make a second one and
Hey,
then take it
that's
out and
fighting
like, oh, we're gonna be
fight.
like a battle all-star of like Onimusha. No, see, don't do that. Don't, man.
That's a good
Well,
game.
And you know,
Shinjuku, they
somewhere down the
did
line,
make
they're gonna make
Onimusha
another
3
crossover
after
game.
that. Yeah, I mean, they did
Somewhere
make
down the line-
Onimusha 3 after that.
Yeah, okay, alright. But
And
somewhere
then
down the line,
Onimusha
Capcom's
4
gonna
that
F
didn't
up
work out
again.
so
They're gonna
well.
make another crossover game. And I'll be really pissed. To the point where I want to burn them down. Don't do that.
Well-
stop with the crossover games. You killed it with
Well-
the whole Tekken versus Street Fighter shit. You just stop.
That's gonna be its own separate podcast sometime in the
Right.
next few days. We're gonna rip into
Okay.
that, but
Alright,
Luke, what
that's
are
all
your
I got
thoughts?
for Capcom. So
All right,
that's all I got.
Luke, what are your thoughts between Capcom and Microsoft and key people getting the boot after making some erroneous decisions?
People are, it depends. You know, it's really hard for me to weigh my opinion because I don't know. These people are speaking because they're being told to speak the way that they're speaking, or that they're speaking that way because that's how they feel and they just want to be a-holes about it. It's really hard to say. But at the end of the day, you know, looking at the way things have been going, maybe change isn't such a bad thing at this point. I mean, every once in a while, you know, you got to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, you know, let's analyze and break this down and see what the problem is, you know, and it seems like they found out what their problems were. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you meet people for a reason. Sometimes they stay forever. Sometimes they just stay for a season. I mean, maybe their, you know, creative time with these respective companies are just up. And the company is just ready for someone, you know, newer to then bring some fresh ideas. Nintendo need to do that.
Oh yeah, they're overdue. They're overdue with that.
They got the same people from the NES. That's why.
They need to get the F out. New fighting order. These guys need to get the F out of here. But anyway, Nelson.
Invite us down
Wow.
Nelson, Nelson, what are your thoughts on these
He
people?
trying to sneak it in there.
Yeah, that's, you know, gotta keep it entertaining. But Nelson, what are your thoughts on key people between Microsoft and Capcom getting the big FU out of their corporate positions?
Well, from what I know from the people from Microsoft, they fucked up because they gave out somewhat false information and they kept egging it on to the point where it made it into reality. So fuck those two. Now let's talk about Capcom's Chris Svenson. This is the guy within the industry being circulating the forums around Event Hubs, SRK, and a few other gaming sites, reciting garbage, basically, of his own opinionated reasoning of not wanting certain things to happen, such as updates, re-releases, bringing back old IPs, making new IPs, or constructing new crap in general for the community itself. It seems like he's been taking his position a little bit to reality, to the point where he thought that he was the boss of everything. And technically he wasn't. He was just a representative advisor for Capcom, just like how Seth Killian was at the time. But Killian was more towards the community base of actually going to tournaments. Unlike Chris Svenson, he was just behind Capcom's closed doors on the stream. So for him to get the boot after 8 years running, that's good. We need new changes. Get him out. His ideas was boring. He's stuck in a certain parallel universe that no one gave a shit about. Give someone else a chance now. That's it. Like there's no reason to dwell in the past anymore, because if we're conforming to change as of the whole DRM and the whole used game policies, and we're going through all this, might as well get used to people getting the hell out. Get them out. You don't need them no more.
And with that said, like I said, you know, I kept my word, kept it short. In conclusion, and I'll give everybody a moment to get their final thoughts. Svenson had to go. He had to go. This is the guy that freaking said, well, you can't do online co-op in Street Fighter Cross Tekken because the Xbox Live account system will not allow you to do that. And then, when it was proven that Mortal Kombat can do it, Call of Duty can do it, Halo can do it, he never, not once admitted that he was wrong. Never, not once saw that, hey, you know what, Gems might have been a bad idea. You know what I mean? This guy, this was a long time coming. And you know what? fuck you. I'm glad you're out of there. Now we can get somebody with some fucking sense. Maybe, you know, if Combo Fiend moves further up the ladder or something, he can bring some intelligence to that particular area in terms of the fighting department. But with the decision making, I'm telling you, there's some fucking idiots up in these positions, and I wish I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I can tell you this. You put me in that position to make decisions, I'll listen to the fans and try to give them as much as they want, even though we also contribute to problems too. Like, we are never satisfied. You know, somebody's always doing something wrong. But for those who really would get into these positions and do the right thing for its audience members, hey, it's time for change. All right, so going around the table or just leaving an open forum, any final thoughts before we shut down this final segment of this podcast?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Even though Dan Matric was replaced as the head of Microsoft Games, I don't think too highly of Steve Ballmer's choice for a new head. In case you didn't know, the new head of Microsoft Games Xbox Division is Julie Larson-Green. And if the name sounds familiar, she's the one who used to be the head of Microsoft Windows Division. She designed the Windows 7 GUI and interface. And while I think she's a smart person, I think she's the wrong person for the job, because you don't need another suit. You don't need another corporate head in that spot. You need someone who's closer to the gaming community. You need somebody who's closer to the developer. Yeah, you need a gamer who's also business savvy in that spot, who will know what the gamers want, who know, like, okay, this is what the gamers want, and how do we make this what the gamers want but still appeasing our business interests at the same time. You need that kind of person. You don't need a corporate head in that position, because with the corporate head at the position, you're going to make the same mistakes, just in new ways, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and I think that's where Microsoft is headed.
Too corporate, and Dave, just to jump in real quick, when they're too high up on the corporate ladder, they become more out of touch with their audience. That's one thing that they failed to ever admit. And Svenson was one of those guys. I hated him in that position. He might be a nice person. I don't hate the man. But you can ask Shinwar. I used to go off on... I'm like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And for those who are watching, don't think he didn't have influence in Capcom. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? But he was too detached. Too detached. He might have a different opinion and probably won't ever see the show. I can give two shits. But that's what happens. And when you got a guy saying, hey, if you want an offline system, get an Xbox 360. Hey, I might be going back to combat. I might be going to war again. If I get an Xbox One and Angry Joe asks a question, what about soldiers who are in war zones? Well, you know, they just get a 360. Podcast. Like, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Takuma hit it right on the head, you know? But I'm not going to jump in anymore. Any final comments? Noop, Nelson, Shin Takuma?
Okay, nah, I think y'all pretty much hit on the head.
Yeah, this person that they got at the top.
What?
I didn't say
this person.
Hey, you know what? Go ahead, Takuma.
Okay, this person they have at the top, she has very, very good qualifications, but she shouldn't be in that position. She should be somebody like video or management, something with like graphics or something like that, but she shouldn't be in that position. I mean, she sounds a little bit too good to be true for that. So, like you said, we need a gamer. We need someone who's going to be in touch with the business savvy. We need someone like that in charge. That's it.
You said you want to be touched.
You know.
No, someone in touch.
Shut up, yo. But, okay, in conclusion, I just wanted to end on this note. Okay, she's in the position. Let's see what she can do. Let's give her a chance to be fair. And if she messes up, then hey, let her suffer the fate of these three idiots that are now gone. All right, Nelson. Any final words or announcements before we log off?
Well, no final comment on the people who got fired. They got fired, oh wells. But basically, just keep watching our show. You know, always tune in to watch at twitch.tv/Fighting Game League. Also, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlexLexus. Also, check out D-Man Plays. Also, soon, we're going to have a new segment featuring Noop. We're also going to have another segment featuring another member from the New Fighting Order, which is an upcoming streamer. So stay tuned to that. Also, we're getting live updates from EVO 2013 from Friday to Sunday, so keep on notice with that from our NFO staff member. And just keep up for updates of anything that happens.
Oh,
Right,
one more
with
thing.
that-
One more thing.
Yeah, I think I know what you're gonna say, Demizzle. If it's in reference to Project Justice.
No, yeah, well, that's one thing. Project Justice, good luck, but we know you're gonna get blown up, homie.
All right, you know what? Time out. New Fighting Order fans, we have one New Fighting Order member, Project Justice, aka Mr. Mike Patron, who had left for Evo, and you know, even though I wish I got him a T-shirt or something.
He got there, though.
The company,
He's there now.
Yeah, Project Justice is there. I wish him the best
I
of
should
luck.
go down there.
You know what I'm saying? So one of our guys are down there. You know what I mean? So, you know, wish him the best of luck. I know it's an uphill battle. You got these guys who do it for a living, but he's going there for the experience. Keep him in your prayers. And you know, Mike, good luck. Give him some Project Justice, all right? And Demizzle, what was the other thing you were going to hit on?
Still calling Angry Joe out, man. Batman versus Superman on the stream.
Well, I'll send him a message. I'll send him a message and see if he responds.
The invite is open. We want you on the show to debate the topic. One-on-one, Batman versus Superman.
Alrighty. With that being said, thank you for another outstanding podcast. I'm back. We're going to be doing some catch-up shows to bring more content to the channel. And we will see you next time on the New Fighting Order podcast show. Keep up with the streams and the channels and the Mugen guys. Alpha Omega Sin, Mugen Lord, you know, Ramirez Leo, all you other guys who are supporting us. Even with the Facebook page that automatically gets updated. Just keep supporting us. The more support we get, the bigger, the badder we're going to be. So we'll see you next time on our show.
The
Peace.
fatter.
Wow.